everybody wants to know my opinion, or they don't, and I don't care because I'm giving it anyway. Here's the first thing I want to say. To
Oh no!
Oh no,
shit!
my Chanel turban fell off.
Wardrobe malfunction. At least it's not the titty.
But don't you love my French girl haircut? It's my French girl.
So heavy.
I know, but it's Chanel.
It's amazing.
I thought it looked cool because I have my ASAP Rocky barrettes and my Chanel headdress because Rihanna always wears something vintage of Chanel. Then I have my red lips and my red lips thing and my very ASAP Rocky type coat because you know I love ASAP Rocky.
I do, and I love this.
He is the king of fashion. What?
I love this whole ensemble.
I know. I really put a lot of thinking into it, what with my individuality and such.
Yeah, there's one comment one day where someone's like, it wasn't even on our podcast, it was on somebody else's, and they're like, they were talking about you in the clip, and the guy's like, I love tuning into that wild, insane podcast. Roseanne, you have lipstick on your teeth.
Oh.
Just leave it, fuck it. And I was like, that's exactly what the Roseanne Barr podcast is. It's wild. We did Flat Earth last week. We did Patrick Byrne and election stuff. We got big guests coming up, and here we are, it's just you and I, and you look like
I love to
Karnak.
read the comments when people get pissed that we put somebody on who doesn't agree with their opinion. How dare you? How dare you have an opinion other than mine?
I know. If you don't want other people's opinions, just don't listen to a podcast.
Yeah, then just go fuck yourself.
Yeah, try that. Okay.
I like the ones that hang in when they don't agree.
Well,
they're like, you know.
You mean mature
I think that's
people?
Cool, huh?
You mean mature people that are open-minded and willing to change?
Well, that just want to hear another opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily change their mind, but actually, like, know their mind is like a screen door and ideas flow in and out.
Yeah,
that's how you stay conscious.
Absolutely. And using the Flat Earth episode as an example, is like Flat Earth Dave comes on. I'm not a Flat Earther. I don't believe in Flat Earth. But I got to tell you,
I don't know what the hell I believe.
That's cool, but I'm just saying that show we did was fascinating from beginning to end.
He had a lot of interesting things to say.
He did, and I was thinking, like, Flat Earth or not, what if there are places on the Earth or in the universe that we don't know about that can be explored? And that got me really excited. I always get sad when I read about like Alexander the Great or history. I'm like, It's all done. The whole world's mapped now. I can't go anywhere. Everything's owned by BlackRock, and it just bums me out. But after him, I was like, wow. We could get on a boat and just go and like explore again. And I got that spirit that's really human and masculine that I don't get in my generation I'm born in. So even if I don't believe in Flat Earth, it was still profoundly interesting, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed thinking about it.
What if there are continents beyond the ice wall?
What if?
What if? I mean, it's a cool thing to think about.
Absolutely, and even at the very least, if it's science fiction, it's like watching Dune or Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. It's cool to think about.
How dare you? In the book I've never read, but somebody told me it says, there's no such thing as blah, blah. It's so funny.
I know, Eli.
I just imagine God laughing his butt off up there in heaven.
I do too. And my friends came to visit us, and the episode had aired, and he pulled me aside, and he's like, "You know the world's round, right, Eli?"
He said,
"Yeah." It's like, "Yeah, I do." And he's like, "I just checking in. I don't know what you're out here and you're talking to people." He was all scared that I became a flat earther.
That's my ex-boyfriend. He took me aside one night when we was all drunk and such, and he goes, "I just need to know. You don't really believe there's a magic guy in the sky that notices everything we do and judges us and stuff, do ya?"
Yes, I do.
I go, no, I don't believe that, but I believe there's a creator. Yeah. And he went, well, who created what? And when did it begin?
Good question.
Yeah. And so then we would argue about that forever.
I know, and I know it's Johnny we're talking about, and
he's
an atheist, and it was always fascinating to me because he would say things like, well, we don't know what we don't know. I'm like, exactly. So you can't, using your logic, you can't say that God doesn't exist. And he to his credit, whenever him and I got in those debates, he was very, very good at debate. He was very smart. He never said anything. he'd get a little emotional sometimes and get triggered. But overall, he was right. He said, "I don't know." So, but I'm choosing to believe there's no
Well,
God.
but he thinks the Bible is not the Word of God.
Well, I can
That
understand
he's like,
that.
we just argued to the death of
Yeah.
that one.
But that's okay. The Bible might not be the word of God. You don't know. I mean, I know you're going to get mad at me. I'm just saying, theoretically, just like the earth may be flat, we don't know.
No,
Nothing
I
wrong with
know
that.
that a lot of people don't think it could be. A lot of people have doubt that it is the Word
Yeah.
of God, and I
Yeah.
accept that.
Yeah, nothing
You know,
wrong with
for
that.
myself, I have no doubt that it is.
That's very cool.
But then I don't need to be sticking my nose in everybody else's business. If they don't know what I know, that's none of my damn business.
That's right.
I'm supposed to know what I know and act accordingly, and that ain't judging everybody who don't know.
Well said.
Number one.
Well said. You said
I mean, that's how you can tell a real phony, because you know what they say in Buddhism, the Tao that can be spoken is not the Tao.
Yeah.
So the people that go around shooting their mouth off about speaking for God and such, they don't even know what they're talking about, or they wouldn't be speaking it. Instead, they'd be doing it.
that is very true. Can you do me a favor and just take a sip of your champagne? You're getting
Am I getting the smacky
the
mouth?
dry mouth. Yeah. Do you want me to get you water? Or just hold it. Bring the wine
What's
back.
water?
No, I think wine's probably better for this. Yeah.
Well,
leave it
we're
there.
having an in-depth
No, no,
cocktail
I
conversation.
just don't want the
I'll
fire
remember I did
marshal.
that.
I have it on tape. I might, if I can put that on. We got to start putting stuff on locals. I feel so bad. People pay for locals and we don't do shit, and I feel horrible about it. I apologize. But I do have you after your stand up. You got back to the Airbnb and your teacher.
I had no water for like 4 hours.
And I thought you were joking, but I'll send the video.
I said, I need water, and
Yeah,
my lips was stuck to my gums.
Yeah, you got a wet. Okay. Anyway, let's get into it. You said the first thing you want, point of contention, where you're talking about, because we have to cover the debate and the Supreme Court rulings and the legals voting. And
Here's all I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah, let's get into it.
This is what I feel like the Lord put on me to say. I'm going for, I hope President Biden fights to stay in, because I think he is the guy that needs to run for as a Democrat.
Yes.
I'll tell you why. Because he's a really bad liar.
Right.
And if Michelle or one of these good liars get in, they're
Newsom.
really going to hoodwink and bamboozle the
Yeah.
people. Biden is a hell of a bad liar, and he just tells the truth in the middle of his lies because he's got dementia and shit.
Right.
Like he'll go, hell yeah, I'm starting a war with Russia.
Yeah,
You got a fucking problem with that? Hell yeah, I'm starting a war with Russia.
Or we have the largest
And I'm
voter
getting
fraud
NATO
infrastructure.
that I don't know shit about because Ukraine ain't even in NATO.
Mhm.
But I command NATO, which I don't know who's in, because I'm all crazy, and all I want is a war because all my donors are invested in it because they're all arms dealers.
Right.
And I want an open border. They don't even talk about the border, do they?
No, he does. He blames it on Republicans. That's the funniest part. Like you said, he's such a bad liar. Like even I know Democrats that watch him are like, Jesus Christ, Joe. Like you got it. Like Newsom is a brilliant liar because he's Satan. Like Satan's a better liar. Biden might not be satanic. He might just be like he's controlled and they like him. He's maybe got because he's in a criminal family that's really connected.
Did you hear about
But he's
him
not
getting
Satan.
that pedo operation they give in the brain?
Is this the realnewsnetwork.com or wherever you get
Yeah.
the Q News?
No, it's not Q.
Well, I don't think Biden
It's
got
the
a
raw
pedo.
news where they said he was busted for pedophilia way back when,
Allegedly.
allegedly,
Yeah.
and he had to go and submit to a pedo operation where they do something in your brain so you won't be attracted to kids anymore, but it didn't work. Now he just sniffs at them. That's what they said on the Real Raw News.
I mean, it's, you know what?
Allegedly, but they don't say allegedly on the Real Raw News.
Right.
That's what they just say, but they're not getting sued.
Because I think they're probably in a VPN in Russia or something. These news sites you go to, they're not even American sites. A lot of them, just so you know.
Well, who can tell what's true or not?
Well, I'm pretty sure that most of the stuff that you quote on that particular website is not true. I hate to be the one to break it to you. But this one might be because Biden does have a history of...
Well, others say that, he's already been taken to Guantanamo,
Right.
and,
Yeah, here we go.
others say that.
Yeah.
That they've all been
Jag executed them. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is the
Jag
stuff I'm talking
executed him
about.
after military tribunals,
Uh-huh.
which we'll be seeing after Trump's reelected.
This is why people like David Pakman
But then
say
other
you're
people
crazy.
say Trump has been done away with, and that's a clone too now.
I mean, once we get into clones and stuff, that's where I'm going to let you just take the floor because I have I can't have a conversation about clones. I think it's ridiculous. I'll be honest with you.
Well, that's what they say on the internet.
That's what I'm going to make a t-shirt.
Oh, you see.